EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Slow. Ace.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful fake. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Muhammad. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 23. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Another The scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, that's Jacobs. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now here comes Kansas City. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes to throw on second down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And this is caught by Watkins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
On first down, Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here we go! Green 90! Green 90!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Mahomes. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis. coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness. What a late turn of events here. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Back back to throw now on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice little juke. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
How are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Blue 45, blue 45.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Green 39. Green 39. Z.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle to Beckham. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a handoff looking right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Mahomes now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Devontae Freeman from 17 yards out, and the Chiefs are in for 6. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Freeman again, first down carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mahomes now on first down. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
There we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes going up top. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps, but a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
And know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, you see...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. All also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cool.